What's going on, people? Hello, 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 Miss Abena. How are you? Hello, Teju. Right back at you, Queen. Hello, hello, Miss Anna Sanctuary. What's going on? You are on time today. Like miracles still happen. But anyway, good to see you. Good evening, now, old best. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Always red. Is this red today? I'm not sure if it's red, but usually it's black and red. But it doesn't hit. Those are safe bet colors. Hi, Facebook family. What's going on? Hello, everyone. Did y'all? Oh, hello, Finest Shandy. You didn't want to be told. All y'all that could have voted today. I hope all y'all went out to vote. Hello, Mr. Professor. Did y'all go vote? I think because I was trying to follow that before I came on. I think Virginia, they're gonna have a Democratic governor. About time. Like things need to change. Things need to change. What's going on, people? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let us know where you're joining in from, what city, what state, what country. And we're glad to welcome you into this positive space every Tuesday and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. It turned out looking so good. Yes, which was very impressive. I mean, it is. Hello, Miss Fumi. How are you? It's very impressive. Like, people were tired. People want change. This is not. I was listening to somebody, and I think there was a town hall somewhere where, and I won't say who was there, but someone said something like, this is not the America that we once knew. This is not the America that people came and where people adored and was very, very welcoming and in spite of differences and all that. Hello, Miss Joanne. I sent you an email. Did you get my email? I sent you an email yesterday that this is not the my excuse me, people. My muscles. My muscles. I just try to cross my legs. They hurt. If my son is watching, my big baby, my 20-year-old son, can y'all believe I have a almost 21-year-old child? Like, if we go 21 years old, if we go 21, ignore the gray hair. But sometimes I just think of like, how in God's name did that? I remember my 21st birthday like it was yesterday. So how in God's name do I have a 21-year-old, almost 21? But anyway, we thank God. But I'm sure he's watching. But this squats and lunges that we do, it's not even funny. The guy is making me do. I need to catch up so that way to everyone and more than I thank you. But my kid is kicking my butt. I'm telling you, and it comes with all kind of workouts. I'm like, okay, kid, you're 20. I'm 47. Like, my bones don't work like your bones do. Like, my knees are they've gone through two childbirth. Do you understand? Like, but so we did a lot of lunges and lunges and all of that, weighted lunges for that matter. So now, and then I did core because he did. So my abs and my muscles are really hurt. So it just hurt. Bear with me. So I'm trying to. Anyway. Okay, where were we? So let us know where you're tuning in from. We come together every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. Any other time zone, I don't know. Listen, I'm trying this event. I'm telling you, the kid doesn't even remember that. Anyway, so if you've got questions, put them in the comment section. I try to get the questions, as many questions as possible before the end of the show. But this is, dare we say, the most positive space for all immigrants. You're welcome wherever you're from. We're all together in this. We've either, we've all been through the journey, or you're associated with someone who is going through the journey or who has been through the journey, and so you're all welcome. Zero tolerance for negativity. There's a whole lot of that going on, and I'm hoping, I'm praying and believing that people actually went out to vote so that things can vote, change things. That's the beauty about this country. When you vote, things you want to say change, you've got to vote. Your voice carries your voice can make a change. So that's, we thank God for that in this country, if nothing else. But anyway, if you have an immigration case that we can help you with, please contact our office 334-341-4475. Visit our website at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, info@𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. We'll be more than happy to represent you. And congratulations to Mr. F. It's always a blessing when someone comes to you at a point where they just really almost. I remember when Mr. F came to my firm. That was back when we're still just coming over COVID, and we had this flexibility thing and all that. So he thought he was actually out of time, to file a motion. His file case was denied, and so he thought he was out of time to file a motion to reopen. And so when he came to the offer, I'm like, oh, actually, we've got the 90-day extension that past the 30 days, and so to know that. Just him making that call and just contacting us out of faith when he was referred by somebody who said, call her and just see if there's no way she'll let you know. But going from a denied case to filing the motion to reopen it, which was denied initially, then we found it because he already know me. I felt I would fight till Jesus comes back. Anyway, my mom says I fight a lot. That's why God gave me this. What other job can I do? But so we had to refile, and I was like, no, we ain't giving up. But anyway, long story short, that wasn't it. Then we got another very stinky RFE when they reopened the case. They opened the VAR case, and then sent another RFE. So he got about 3 RFEs on the VAR petition before it was approved. And so to know that finally he had his green card interview yesterday, and to know that finally he is being able to celebrate what he thought was just no way out, and he's gotten a divorce from the abusive spouse. We had Nigerian divorce decree issue, was a whole lot. I tell you, it was a whole lot. I'm not sure how this case is finding me. I just don't. I don't attract easy cases for whatever reason. Y'all just like auntie, and you like me, it's like this kind of case, but we thank God. So congratulations to him. And so we celebrate with him and celebrate with all those that, yes, there's nothing God cannot. Thank you, Mr. Alexander. There's absolutely nothing God cannot turn around. It looks to us in the human form that this is too difficult. That's exactly why we need God. Because if it's something we can solve on our own, what's the point of having faith? I always like to think of faith as believing and trusting God when it makes absolutely no sense to do so. Like you just cannot begin to imagine or fathom how things are going to work out. You just can't. But that there's a power that's higher than you, and you're going to, that's the faith. Really, if you study the Bible, Abraham hoping against hope, that is truly faith. Is described in the Bible, but when you want to personify it, that truly is what it is. Hoping against hope. Like there's absolutely no reason for you to keep hoping, but somehow that if God has spoken it, then he's not meant that he should lie. So if he says it will work out for me, it doesn't make sense because I can't see a way. But if he says it's going to work out for me, I'm going to trust him in spite of what the circumstances say. And if the circumstances are not what looks like they should be, that's fine. That's why he is God, and why I will trust him in spite of my circumstances. That's what it is. And so if you are in a position that you're looking like you have no way out, let this be a blessing to you, or a point of contact to you, knowing that God is still in the business of turning things around. He will turn it around more than you can even ask or think. But anyway, let's talk immigration, y'all. Once again, follow us on Facebook, like, follow, share, subscribe, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. What am I missing? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, anything else at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 Immigration. Faith is the currency of heaven. Absolutely. All right, let's talk about advanced parole confusion. If I have my assistant Ashanti, I got quite a number of people who make our firm run, and I'm so blessed and grateful to have that, because I don't even know what I would do without all my people. And the fact that they can even work with me, I understand my staff. If they can work with me, they can work with anybody else. Just saying. So any auntie, you 5 foot la momo, but I just have a colleague. He does criminal defense, Sean. Every time he says niche, we're good friends now, but he goes, when you first came on the scene, and you made it very clear from the beginning that you're no pushover. He goes, I used to be so scared of seeing you. I was like, yeah, and he's 6'4", 6'4". He goes, why am I scared of this 5 foot tall lady? Like he said, you would give me heart palpitations whenever you see it in court. Like, you like machine. Well, just don't get it twisted. That's all. But we're good, really good friends. I mean, we've never had any issues. It's just that. But anyway, advanced parole confusion. If you have a pending, it's not even those who have pending cases. I have some clients who have the green cards now, and USCIS decided to send us the advanced parole fee notices. It's absolutely ridiculous. They don't even know if they're coming or going. I think this whole government shutdown is affecting even those who also work in USCIS, which has nothing to do with them. But even those who have their green cards, those who've got, who have their I-131 pending, they haven't even received the advanced parole. And those who have, even for those who were denied, or those who have their advanced parole and they've never traveled, everyone is getting this advanced parole fee notice. So let's talk about that. Hello, Mr. Kelvin. How are you? Okay, what am I supposed to be in? But anyway, so I'm going to try to share my screen and see. Give me 1 second, people. Let me share my screen. You must have received, and I can only share my screen on YouTube and Facebook. So if you want to, come over to YouTube and Facebook and see what we're talking about, and let's put things in perspective. Let's see. Share screen. I have a lot on my screen, Lord knows. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. So this is, and if you're on Facebook and YouTube, let me know if you're able to see my screen. You should be able to see my screen now. Anybody, let me know. Thank you, Miss Abena. Miss Abena, can you see my screen on YouTube? You should be able to see the screen on YouTube. Or the shared screen, I should say. Yes, no, okay, perfect. All right. So thank you, So if this has been within the last week where a lot of people are getting these notices, and so it was like, okay, what's going on? Either like I have my green card, am I paying a fee? My advance parole has not been approved. What's going on? Am I still paying the fee? Yeah, I have my advance parole, but I have not traveled out to the country. Why am I going to be required to pay a fee? Okay, so back in, this is still part of this, their big beautiful bill, whatever, ugly bill, whatever it is. There will be, and as you can see on the screen, there is a new parole fee, which is $1,000 right here, where it's highlighted, initial amount. This is going to be in addition to the filing fee. So this is not the filing fee. This is in addition to the filing fee. So the whole concept is, let's see. You have to pay the fee, and then a special exception to the fee applies effective immediately. Okay. So I'm just trying to get to the point where, so basically what this means is if you have a parole, so that would include military parole in place, people who file advanced parole based on DACA recipients who file advanced parole. If you've got a pending adjustment of status application, if you file advanced parole, everyone that files. So basically, generally, everyone who has the advance or who's going to be filing, for instance, or who has it, will be required to pay the $1,000 fee. So if you file your case is still pending, and USCIS decides that your case is going to be, it's approvable, then they will give a conditional approval, then contact you and notify you and say, hey, by the way, we're about to approve your I-131 application, but based on this new law that has been passed by Congress, you are required to pay the advance parole $1,000 fee. So that fee has to be paid before they issue you your travel document. That's what's going on now. But within the last week, they've been issuing this particular notice to everybody and their mama and their granddaddy and everything, including those who already have the green cards. Just to let you know, these people are so disorganized, it's unbelievable. But just to put some clarity with this, in all this confusion that's going on. Now, there have been reports, and I have to say this, there have been reports that even those who are supposed to be exempt from this parole fee have been asked to pay the fee at the port of entry, including those who have green card applications pending, and I'll get to that. If you are filing an I-131, just to be clear, and you fall within any of the categories that are going to be required to pay the fee, then they will require you to pay that fee before it is approved. You're not paying the fee at the time you apply for the application, but you're going to pay it, they'll give you a conditional approval, and then you pay the fee. Now, if you are someone who already is in possession of your advance parole, there are some people that before you are allowed to come back into the country, CBP would require that you pay that $1,000 fee in order to gain admission back into the United States. Now, why everyone is getting this looks like somebody just put in some kind of AI thing and just programmed it and put in everybody's names and all the receipt numbers and everything and just sent mass notices out without regard for, is the person a green card holder now? Is the person exempt from the fee and all that? Even though the reports that we've heard that of those that were required to pay the fee included those who have green card applications pending. The issue with that, however, is this, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the next. Okay, so if you look down at the second page, so it shows those who are going to be exempt. You may not be subject to the immigration parole fee if, when you were inspected at the port of entry, you're established to the satisfaction of CBP that you are being paroled for one of the 10 reasons listed below. This is in their policy. This is not something new. This is from them, right? So if you have an medical emergency, you're coming in for medical reasons, like to donate an organ, all of that. But here is the part that I want that a lot of people are going to fall within, and that's what is causing the confusion now. It's very clear that 1 out of the 10 exemptions in their policy right here is where most people will fall under, and that basically is, if you are a lawful applicant for adjustment of status under INA 245 and you're returning to the United States after temporary travel abroad, which is basically applicable to those who have an I-485 green card application pending, and you have an advance parole I-512 it's been issued to you to travel temporarily so you can come back and resume your application while USCIS adjudicates your case. This also, unfortunately, is the same category of people that have been asked to pay the $1,000 fee. So imagine if you're trying to come back in, even though that they have said that they will not require you to pay a fee if you fall within one of these exemptions, being that you've got a pending green card application. But then you get to the port of entry and they're asking you to still pay the fee. Obviously, anyone who wants to, especially with what's going on with this administration, no one is going to argue. You call whoever you need to call to get that fee and pay, and for them to let you in, and then you can fight whatever you want to fight once you are, you cross to this side of the border. So that's the reports that's been happening for those who were actually supposed to be exempt. But if you've got a pending green card application, right here, number 7 exemption applies to those with pending green card applications. So right now, I cannot tell you, that's the notice that you have. So if your notice, and some of you would have gotten, especially if you got your USCIS account, you would probably have gotten an email or a text saying we've taken an action on your case, and then you go to your accounts and you see that this is the action they've taken, meaning that there's a notice there waiting on you, and you're like, okay, should I pay? Should I not pay it? There's nothing to be paid right now if you fall under any of these 10 exemptions. So, and most of my clients, most of you guys will fall under this number 7. Now, if you're not, if you are my client, I will be very specific, and I've been doing that for my clients as far as what needs to be done or not to be done at this point. However, generally, for anyone else out there, no. Generally, whatever your attorney tells you to do is what you're going to have to follow. But you can read this notice yourself. But generally, what it is saying is, if you fall within any of these exemptions, you're not required. Obviously, you pay the filing fee, but this additional fee, you're going to be exempt from paying that. And if you're in a situation where they're making you pay, even though you fall under one of the exemptions, then you want to get a lawyer. You want to contact USCIS to verify or to clarify why you're being required to pay something that you're supposed to be exempt from. So if you've received this notice and you're wondering, okay, what is this all about? I'm hoping this simplifies and explains what this is about. This is still about, it's part of their big, beautiful bill. One of the things that, just like they had this asylum fee, which is still on pause because the federal judge says there's so much confusion. Is it retroactive? Why is it retroactive? It's so much confusion. How do people pay with the court? How do people pay with USCIS? So right now we're going to put pause until you guys figure out what's going on. I would not be surprised if the same thing happens here, because this was just mass issuance of notices without regard of what I've got clients who have their green cards, and so we got calls saying that, okay, what is going on? I have my green card. What does this apply to me? It doesn't apply to you if you've got a green card. You're not traveling with advanced parole, but that's what's going on. So talk to your lawyer. Don't be scared or don't be bothered or worried about what's going on. Talk to your lawyer and see what your lawyer tells you to do. If you are a client of my firm, most of us I've spoken to most of you, emailed over the weekend, actually, because a lot of people were worried. So it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. It doesn't take me anything to email you and put your mind at ease. But that's what's going on with this whole thing with the advanced parole. I'm hoping that helps to clarify some things for a lot of people. Okay, and that's all she wrote, people. That's it. So go to my best on you. Good. As they say, what is straight to the point in Yoruba language? Your help. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá fẹ́ sọ ní ṣókí, I think. Y'all don't be laughing like auntie. I think that's what it is. Shoki. I think shoki is short, right? Ọ̀rọ̀ tá fẹ́ sọ kokoro. Okay. Is that like the summary, short something? Okay, you get the point. Yeah. No, you've got a green card. That's the point. Yeah, understand. You've got a green card. Oh, and by the way, before we get a question. So last week we announced that we are giving away either one full VAR case, I-360 VAR case, or an I-751 abuse case, and 2 30-minute consultations. Okay, so it has come to my attention that, and it makes sense, that given the very sensitive nature of the giveaway case type, yes, it doesn't. Obviously, a lot of people will feel more comfortable if you are contacted, because the manner of entry or to be to enter for the giveaway was to contact either Fanashandi, Ms. Sanctuary, or Ms. Sabina. But given the sensitive nature of the type of case that we're giving away, people are more comfortable contacting us directly, because, and I can imagine that you're trying not to discuss, and the reason I say that is we've actually had people contact our firm, and asked about it and they're not sure or whether or not they want to contact my lovely girls and so on. I get it. So this is going to be, so I'm going to change the manner of entry. So basically, if you are someone who you believe you would qualify for a violent abuse case, meaning you've never had a green card before, or you've got a 2-year green card, and yes, I sent you an email actually. If you get a 2-year green card and you know that you've been subjected to abuse and you're going to be filing a waiver base, which if you're filing an I-751 without your spouse, you don't actually have to wait 2 years from when you got your green card. You can actually literally file your 751 the next day after you get your green card. So a lot of people don't know that. So if you think you're going to qualify, or you are interested in getting a consultation, contact our office. So this is going to be the new way we're going to do this now. Send us an email, and it's on our page as well. Send an email to our firm. Here's the email address: 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓@gmail.com. That is the email address for my assistant Lydia, and she'll be able to forward all emails. The thing is just that the reason why I don't want it, because I may actually now, if you've consulted with us before, if we've represented you before, you're exempt. You can enter to play. But I may recognize some people from here, and it would be hard to select. So I don't know. Maybe I'll let Ashanti, my legal assistant, do that. But I think people, and that's what we've been told, they're going to feel more comfortable being able to reach out to the firm directly and be able to discuss, because obviously it's a very sensitive kind of case type, which understandably so. So I'm hoping that now that we've done that, that makes you feel more comfortable. Actually understand that, and if it looks like one is trying to say you could discuss your case with somebody else, and that wasn't the intent. So I'm hopeful that this would take care of that. So once again, this is the email address that you need to contact us on: @gmail.com. Send a summary of why you deserve to win either the I-360 full service VAWA case, which would also include a consultation, because I always start every case with a consult to know and evaluate your case, or the I-751 if you have a 2-year green card, or if you think you're eligible or you should win one of the 2 30-minute consultations. So at @llc@gmail.com. That's the email, and it will be on our page as well. Facebook, Instagram, yeah, those 2 are usually where we have posts. I will be on our page, so you can look for the email there as well. So whoever it is, hello, Mr. Aluko, will be more than happy to represent you. Okay, questions, responses to questions are general information, nothing specific to anyone's case. So let's see. Yes, truly a blessing, truly, and the email address is on the screen. So truly a blessing to be able to have that. And also congratulations to Mr. O. Actually, Mr. Olale, we share the same last name. So I actually have not your Olale, Mr. Luca. But I think that's your first name. But this is another Mr. Olale. So you don't know who he may be related to me, but congratulations to him. I remember he came to our firm, and his I-130 was initially denied because USCIS made an allegation that he misrepresented, that there was no proof that he did not submit proof that, well, they did not believe that he was never married prior to his current marriage based on information in his record. And so hear me loud and clear, y'all. When you are completing your non-immigrant visa, or whatever the case may be, understand one thing. Whatever information you put down at the embassy, USCIS has access to that. And so when you come to the United States and you start to apply for a green card or change status, whatever the case may be, note that what your information in the administrative record from the embassy is going to be compared to what you enter when you apply for anything with USCIS. And if it contradicts, that can lead to allegation of misrepresentation. And so his first case was denied due to that. So he came to my firm. The first thing I did was a FOIA record because I needed to see what was in the administrative record. And so we got the FOIA. It took a while. We got the FOIA record, and then we were able to see that, oh, okay, people they actually were right. They're like, okay, here. She was really shocked because he used an agent and all that. So long story short, I told, this is our strategy. We don't have a choice, but we got to go this way. We're probably going to need a waiver. We're going to risk it, but we got to have to, first of all, the I-130 has to be approved. Once the I-130 is approved, that's what I need, because without the I-130, we can't move on to anything else. Anyway, long story short, today his I-130 was approved in spite of the craziness that happened in misrepresentation and all that. So we thank God. We thank God that he has shown mercy, solely by the grace of God. Yes. So if you have a testimony to share with us. Hello, Mr. Jude. Okay. Yes, please share this live with your family members and friends. You never know who might benefit from the useful information. Mr. Ben is not playing his 26 people here. Please like this and subscribe. What about those ready get denied? Those ready get denied about what? Hello, Miss Christiana. How are you? All right, let's go to TikTok people. What's going on? How's the time? 9:06. Okay. Zillion Royalty. Good evening. Shuki, is he Shuki or Shuki? Or one, two, either Shuki or Shuki. Good evening to you as well. Let's see. It's only God and none can do it. Absolutely. Thank you. I accidentally submitted a form stating I'm a citizen. Ooh, and after realizing it, I said I'm not a citizen. Okay. So what's your question? There's something called early retraction. What's your question? Okay, so do I think it would trigger the tax auction? I mean, I cannot speculate. The thing I would just say is, so were you able to retract the assertion? I guess that's the question that I will first ask you. How long does it take to get the VAR receipt notice? So we put up a post. I know I reviewed it yesterday, so I don't know if it was yesterday, today. I don't know. I know I reviewed it yesterday from my girl. But if you had your VAR case that was filed at the Nebraska Service Center, so now we have new filing locations for VAR petitions. And we've seen that with the new filing locations, receipt notices are being issued rather quickly. But if you filed your case at the Nebraska Service Center, then we're still seeing delayed issuance of receipt notices. So, for instance, yesterday and today, we're getting receipt notices of cases we filed middle of May. And so that is about 5.5 months going on 6 months. That's just the reality, because those cases still back in May were filed at the Nebraska Service Center, and we're still experiencing quite a lot of delays with those. So it's taken, and I had one of my clients, or I guess he's found someone else now, like, because he felt like we were lying to him, which that's fine. It's just some people just, anyway, I digress. But there's nothing any attorney or anyone else is going to do. There's nothing if anyone is telling you, trust me when I tell you that most likely they're going to advise you to refile your case. Refiling your case is going to complicate things for you. So I'll give an example. Someone had, this was not now, but about 2 years ago, they filed a VAR petition, And then maybe 2 years or a year, when we first initiated, there was a time we had delays, about 3 months delay with VAR receipt notices. And they were advised to now file another one. So they filed another one and they had 2 cases pending, right? Fast forward a year and a half later, USCIS issued an RFE in one of those VAR petitions. The attorney was supposed to withdraw one of them when they got receipt notices for both, but they did not. So USCIS issued an RFE for one of the VAR. So he's got 2 VAR cases. He filed the first one, no receipt notice, and then went to another attorney to file the second one and said, okay, once we get one, we'll withdraw the other one. Didn't get to that. USCIS sends a request for evidence in one of those 2 cases. I'm not really sure how he explained whether he got it or he didn't get it or something, or that wasn't the one that he wanted to keep or something along those lines. So he didn't bother reading. There was something about not responding anyway. And so when the time lapsed for that particular VAR petition, USCIS denied it, obviously, because you didn't respond. But not only did they deny that particular one where he said that's not the one he wanted to keep, USCIS, and you got to understand, this is where, it's USCIS. There's a nickname we call them in my immigration group. I'm not going to say, but not only did they deny that, but they ended up denying the second petition he filed, even though nothing was issued under that, no RFE, nothing. But based on the denial of one petition, they denied the other one. So he now had to start, and that's when he came to consult with me. So if you're going to be refiling and all that, I remember, so one of my clients who were former clients now, due to this whole thing, went to another lawyer's firm. It just so happens that lawyer happens to be one of my good friends, and she went to claim and told the lawyer that, well, she's not able to contact me. We're not communicating. We're not giving her receipt notices. She wants to file a new case. So they did file a new one for her. Although she came back and was trying to not come back for me to take her case. It's like, not in this lifetime, with the next 20 lifetimes. But I think the attorney who knows me very well says, no communication from this person. I don't think so. And to know me is to know that if you are a client of my firm, whether or not we have an update in your case, every other month. So we just did in October. So the next one will be December. So we always send out bi-monthly updates to all clients. It doesn't matter whether we've not had it. You would get a bi-monthly update like, hey, we're just checking in on you. We haven't, there's nothing that's happened in the last 2 months, but we just wanted to let you know we haven't forgotten. So, and that's why my main mode of communication is email. You will hardly get me on the phone. And I tell my clients up front, because I love to have things in writing. If it's in black and white, you can deny it. And so, not only did they see that everything was fine because they did it for her, but there was paper trail. And by the time she decided to lie and all that, we had sent well over 120 emails back and forth since the time representing her. So sometimes you just have to be patient. You have to be patient. There's nothing anyone is going to do differently other than filing a new VAR case with the new filing location. And with the new filing location, for instance, all the cases that we filed, all the VAR cases we filed last week, we've already, and I'm talking of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we have all, because I think the ones we submitted on Thursday, we have all the receipt notices within the week because the filing locations have changed. So don't be fooled, but don't complicate your case just because you cannot be patient. I know things are very, very tense now. People want to have receipt notices, proof that you've got a pending case and all of that. Great. But you trying to get proof of something doesn't mean you have to not complicate your case down the road and create a bigger problem for yourself. So that's a long explanation, but the thing is, it's taken, if you filed your case with Nebraska Service Center, it's taken up to 6 months. That's the reality. If you filed your case recently, and recent meaning between August and now, then you would get your receipt notices faster because the filing locations have changed. What if I want to cancel petition conditions? Or what's the question about that? Okay, so you want to cancel, what if you want to cancel it? What is the question? Okay. How many months can I file my citizenship after DV case dismissed without guilty? Consult with a lawyer, first of all, before you file. Let's see. Here to squeeze all the knowledge from you. Okay. My vow was approved in January 2025. Congratulations. I requested medical in October and scenario for this week. Expect what? If your I-130 is approved, how long does it take for anything about how long something is going to take? Go on USCIS.gov/processing time. Okay. Had an interview today. It was less than 10 minutes. Was told case will be held for review. Do you think it's good? I can't speculate to your case. The one thing I'll say is hardly are you getting normally sometimes I'm hoping those days are not gone. But it used to be that even before I left the parking lot of the USCIS field office to get notification we just approved your case. They look like they are all required to like review your file and not rush, quote unquote, rush to approve. So if they told you everything was fine, then just wait to see what they decide. After noticing, I told them it's not true. As long as you timely retract it, I can't speak to whether or not it's going to affect you in any way, but I would hope that a timely retraction would not become an issue. Okay. Alrighty. I filed VAR since August, but I never got anything. I just went through that explanation now. Let's see. Those that get denied, those get denied 485, but advance for approved have to pay. If your 485 has been denied, your advance parole is invalid, even if it hasn't expired. The advance parole that you filed that was approved based on a pending I-485, if your I-485 has been denied, you can't travel out of the country with that because you'll not be able to come back in. Your 485 has been denied. So what are you paying? Do you notice a specific month for VAR getting approved right now? A specific month for VAR. I'm not sure I understand your question. Okay, let's go to Instagram. And let me prepare me how are you? Always in red. There's nothing wrong with being always in red. That's consistency right there. It's almost like, hey, would you try another hairstyle? No, it's my head. Until you share the head with me, it's none of your business. It's my head. Because I put up a photo of because I did deep conditioning of my scalp and hair over the weekend. So I was like, even though my hair is quite long, and I actually cut it because I don't know what to do with long hair. I've just never been a hair girl. It's just never been me. There was a time my hair was actually short. But it was like, oh, my hair's growing. So they're like, hey, you want to try it? No, I tried it months ago. I didn't care for it. I don't have the time to do anything other than just brush my hair and go. That's all. But thank you for your unsolicited suggestion. Hi, sis. Hello, Mr. Diop. How are you? Let's see. I've been married 4 years plus now. I've only used 1 year out of my 10-year green card. Okay. Can I apply for citizenship now or wait until I've used? It's not a matter of what you've used. It's a matter of when you qualify. There's nothing you're using from it. It's a matter of what you qualify for. So if you're filing for citizenship, it would depend on what your eligibility is. If you're filing for based on military, then you're filing, doesn't matter whether it's 3 years, as long as you have a green card. If you're filing based on marriage, you're going to be a green card holder for at least 3 years. If you're filing based off of, or you got your green card through VAWA and the abusive spouse is a citizen, then you file based on 3 years. Every other person filed based on 5 years when you've been you've been a green card holder for 5 years, for 3 years, or whatever, for since you got your green card, if you're going through the military. So it's not how much time you've used out of the green card. Okay. You people need to drop your cold. It's just first week of November, and the cold is feeling like we're in December. It's gonna be real cold. We're gonna be feeling like Christmas is. I'm telling you, it was in the 40s this morning. I was like, we're not even. Yeah. Midterms next year will be interesting. I can't wait. I'm telling you. God keep us all till then. I haven't turned on my TV today. I need to catch up today. I went for a run. I'm more than motivated by you. I'm glad. Well, listen, I need your motivation from you too, because sometimes my kid doesn't understand that. I call my kid Popeyes because he's very muscular, like clashy. I just go back to the US, we check my emails, and oh, okay. Welcome back. Alrighty, let's see. What happened? I lost. Okay, I thought I lost that. What did I do now? Okay, hold on, you're almost there. Oof. What did I do? Okay, give me 1 second. Mr. F, I'm not sure if you're watching, but if you are, everyone says congratulations. Listen, I'm just going to take it from where I am. I can't find where I was. Hello, Miss Mazala. How are you? Good evening. In the red font, yeah. Since Lawyer speaks in red font in court, I'm sure those USCIS officers will see my. What's it like? I know, not her again. I mean, it's worked. Yeah. Jesus, bear with him. Yes. He has done it again, and he will do it for us again and again and again. Amen. Let's see. Okay. I had my I-751 and N400 combo interview 3 weeks ago. I was told I cannot be approved on the spot, and my USCIS app is still showing interview scheduled. This got me worried. So what's your question? Okay. Ms. Medina, it's going to be on our page anyway. So if you want to share with anyone, that's fine. It'll be on our page, and it'll be on YouTube and Facebook as well. Hello, Miss Nidechi. How are you? Hello, Miss Saki. How are you doing? What if you don't want the advanced parole or didn't apply for it? Then it's not applicable to you. It doesn't matter. Yeah. If you didn't apply to you, then apply for it. Then that doesn't matter. Then that fee is requirement is not applicable to someone who did not apply. But finance center, you're not affected anyway. You have your green card already. I have an approved VAWA, and I was asked to go for biometrics. I'm scared. Do I need to go with a lawyer? There's no reason to be scared about biometrics unless you've got a criminal record that you didn't disclose, or you've got a removal order. But I've not heard, knock on wood, of anyone being arrested at their biometrics appointment. I haven't heard. But there is absolutely no reason to be scared. If you don't go for it, then you may have your green card application denied. So biometrics is not something to be afraid of. Yes. I-130 approved immediately after a Stokes interview a year ago. Congratulations. But I-485 is still pending even after they did what? Derivative got approved and got a green card on marriage-based petition and primary applicant still pending. Is this normal? It is not normal. I'm hoping that they don't reopen the derivatives case because the I-130 for the principal applicant should have been approved first because that's the qualifying relationship. If you're unsure what's going on in your case, you want to sit down with the lawyer. That's not true. Sister Laura keeps you informed every step of the way and monthly updates as well. Yeah, bi-monthly. Listen, some things I don't argue about. Since have you seen my hair? My hair is almost completely gray. I'm trying to keep the black part of it still. It's just trying to hold into. So if there's something I don't stress things that I don't need to stress. There's some things I don't argue about. Now, because I argue for a living, that's what I do on a daily basis. I ain't going to argue about something that's in black. If you say we didn't give you an update, that's okay. That's okay. But by the time we sent all the emails and all that, and not only, but then the lawyer she was trying to get actually fired her too. I'm like, okay. And then she tried to come back, and no, it's not going to work that way. Nobody's perfect. Nobody, don't get me wrong, but you ain't going to lie about something that we can prove. Just because you weren't getting receipt notices, that's when we explain to you that there's nothing we can do about that. But yeah. Thank you for the clarification about the advance for payments. My red seeds for a minute when I said no. You're welcome. That's why I wanted to do this something this evening. Hello, Miss Fumbi. How are you? Is it a red flag or does one have to be worried if I-130 was approved after an interview, request for initial evidence requested after interview and sent immediately, but I-485 still pending for over a year? We're seeing quite a bit of that now. I can't say to worry, but if it's still within number of personnel, which most likely will be, then just be patient. Because this is not the time you want to be doing like mandamus and all that. You want to be very cautious in doing that with this administration. If you had an asylum case filed before and you claimed it was unsafe for you to return to your home country and you later got your green card through marriage-based, drop in the asylum case, okay, can you return to that same country after getting your green card through marriage? Generally, no, until you become a citizen, because that could affect your citizenship. Is there anything to worry about? I can't speculate to your case that I didn't represent you on. How can I check if I have a removal order? Go on Google, just put in EOIR case status. It would take you to the court website, put in your alien number, put in your country of nationality, and it would bring up, if your case is in court, then it would probably pop up your alien number and let you know what's going on. If there's no record of your alien number in immigration court, then it would not show you anything. And you can also call their toll-free number. It will ask you for your alien number. If there's no record of your alien number in immigration court, then nothing will show up. Where did you go? Did you fall asleep? How long after RFE response can I get update for approval for I-360? There's no set time. All right. Okay. I think we got through all questions. I think we got through which year cases of it's been approved. It's not about which year cases, it's about how long it's taken. It's taken them about 44 months now on average. So, in some cases, and keep in mind, processing time for USCIS, the processing time on their website is for 80%, an average of 80% of that case type. So you still have 20% of that case type that will probably be approved way earlier than somebody else's or much later than somebody else's. But 80% of VAR cases, for instance, they're averaging in 44 months. So the other 20%, you would have those cases where you may have some approved in 18 months, some 2 years, some 5 years. It just depends. I have someone who consulted with me. Their cases have been pending since 2019. That's 6 years. Now, was there an issue with their case? Yes, they actually were represented by this guy out of Maryland that is now serving time, and he was telling people he was an attorney, but he was not. They prepared his case, so his case was, I think, involved in the investigation. So that could be one of the reasons why he was delayed. But yeah, good thing my phone was on the stand. Now what I've been looking for. Just go on. Citizenship through the military. Congratulations on my girlfriend just gave birth to my child in Canada. Congratulations. Will my child be a U.S. citizen automatically? If you got the citizenship before the child was born. And if you, I think you asked this question last week, we're not the same person, and if you satisfy the requirement of your physical presence and all that, especially because the child was not born in wedlock, so there's some requirements. Even if the child was born after you got citizenship, you, as an unwed father, you have the requirements that you have to fulfill. As long as you meet those requirements, then you can apply for a report of birth abroad. All right, everyone. Okay. Okay, what's going on here? What is going on? Okay, so this is what technology issue. I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but swipe from left to close. I just did it, people. Let's see, I may have touched something. But anyway, so as we have shared the testimonies of people tonight, and also others have shared their testimonies as well, we're praying and trusting and believing God that for those who are still waiting on God for their own turn, it may, and like I said, I think I've said this before, that it may look like, yeah, the year is coming to an end. Did God forget about me? What is going on? All kind of thoughts will come to your head, and that's just the enemy trying to deceive you and make you feel that you've been forgotten. But there's no one God has forgotten. Absolutely impossible for him to forget. He knows all the lines on the palms of your hands. He called you by name before you were even formed in your mother's womb. There is a reason. There's a purpose for each and every one of us in this foreign land. And so there's no how he's going to forget you. So it may look like, yeah, well, we're in November, it's almost December. Okay. And what? God doesn't work with our time. He's the owner of the time that he's given us anyway. It takes him a fraction of a second to turn things around. So just keep trusting and keep believing that in spite of the TikTok of the time, 2025 is almost over. That's fine. It doesn't take God but a fraction of a second to turn things around in your life. So let's just keep believing, trusting that what you have put before the altar of grace this year, he is still more than able to fulfill that before the end of 2025. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye, everybody.